All right, Go Math Lesson 3-2. We are utilizing integers and their opposites, right? So integers actually include opposites, sorry, but we are utilizing numbers and their opposites. And at this point, we need to try and make sense of these opposites and how we're moving. One of the most confusing things for students is when we talk about -5 and -4. Well, they always heard 5 is greater than 4. But if we're looking at a number line, -4 is greater than -5 because it's closer to 0, closer to a positive number. So how do we keep all this straight in our head? We take a look at a number line. We might want to draw one out if it's going to help us to make sense of this. So we're going to use football as an analogy, and I really like football because every single play can be converted into a positive or negative gain. They don't ever take away yards. They add negatives. It's a negative gain. So if I get the ball and I get run back 10 yards, I have added -10 to my total score, total amount of yards, excuse me. So on one play of a football game, the ball changed position by -7 yards. Okay, there's the first thing we need to know. It changed by -7 yards. On the next play, the ball changed its position by -4 yards. So it looks like they're having a pretty rough drive here. So I get the ball and I get pushed back 7 yards. I get the ball again, I get pushed back -4. So let's compare -7 and -4. Well, let's use a number line to compare the numbers. I'm going to graph -7 and I'm going to graph -4. Again, anything to the left of a 0 is a negative number, anything to the right of a 0 is a positive number. So now I want to compare those two integers. Well, which one is the least? Is it -7 or -4? I have -7 and I have -4. And I'm looking here at this number line. -4 is actually closer to 0 and the positive numbers. So -7 is less than -4. Again, when we're dealing with negatives, a lot of students get confused and they say, but 7's greater than 4. Yes, but -7's not. So looking at a number line, that will help us keep this straight in our heads. Let's look at another one. There we go. We are going to use a vertical number line in this case. Let me erase that. Vertical number line. The table gives the coldest temperatures recorded in 7 cities in 2007. We have Anchorage, Alaska at -17 degrees Fahrenheit. We have Boise, Idaho at 7 degrees Fahrenheit. Duluth, Minnesota at -25. Los Angeles, California at +35 degrees Fahrenheit. Memphis, Tennessee at 18 degrees Fahrenheit. And Pittsburgh, good old Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at -5 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to order the temperatures from least to greatest. So I start, and I'm going to use a vertical number line. Whether it's a vertical or a horizontal number line, it doesn't matter. Really, I'm just looking for the relationship to 0 and each other. So I'm just going to go ahead and look at -17. Well, that's greater than -15 and not quite to -20. So we're right in about here. So that's -17. I'm going to write myself a little reminder there. I have Boise, Idaho at +7. So I'm at 0 and I go up to a +5, and just above that is Boise, Idaho at +7. Duluth, Minnesota going down here to -20, and a -25 is between -20 and -30. Just as 25 is between 20 and 30, -25 is between -20 and -30. This is another common mistake students make because they'll look at -25, they go to -20, and then they go up 5. That's actually -15. So -25 between -20 and -30, -25. Los Angeles, California, positive, I'm above 0 here, +35 for LA. And then Memphis, Tennessee is almost at a +18. So we're going to go just below +20 here. And Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, just below 0 at -5. So now I see all of them in order, whether I'm using a vertical number line or a horizontal number line. I'm going to go from least to greatest. And when I order these from least to greatest, I can see that -25 is the least, followed by -17, followed by -5, +7, +18, and +35. So again, -25, -17, -5, +7, +18, and +35. It is very, very helpful when you're comparing positive and negative integers to to utilize a number line. So whether you're looking at it this way or you're looking at it this way, we want to look in the relationship to 0.